A visit to Milford Sound is like stepping back into prehistoric times. The landscape is surreal in its beauty and so dynamic. There are forests, rivers, waterfalls, mountains, thick clouds, and lots of rain. Averaging about 200 days of rain per year, this is one of the wettest places on Earth. The conditions can make photography challenging. Here, dull, flat light often gives way to atmospheric and moody scenes. But capturing atmosphere and mood is easier said than done. Milford Sound, one of the most beautiful places in New Zealand, and many people say the road to Milford Sound is just as beautiful as the end destination itself, and boy, they're not wrong. Now, this place is also one of the wettest places in the world, and it has been raining this morning, and I'm glad that it's subsided for the time being. But what it's done is just created this beautiful atmosphere for today. It's misty, it's moody, and it's magical. So I'm hoping to capture this atmosphere and the majesty of what's around me. So I've quickly pulled over to side of the road at Eglinton Valley, which is just this beautiful open area, and you've got mountain peaks on the left and the right, and looking into the valley with the snow-capped peaks further in front of me. It's beautiful. So this is one of the great stopovers on the way where you can just get out and snap some beautiful images. So this video is going to be a sort of run and gun style video. Join me on this road trip. I'll be jumping in and out of the car and taking opportunistic shots as I go along. So first one here, really straightforward. I've got the valley right in front of me, down the middle, and I've got these beautiful low-laying clouds just traveling across the peaks, and every now and then in between the clouds it's exposing the snow-capped peaks in the back, and there's a bit of light coming through. So I've taken a few shots already. Awesome way to start the morning. A couple of images in the bag, and let's get going. Another great stopover on the way to Milford Sound is Mirror Lakes. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to get any crystal clear mirror reflections that day. The thick blanket of cloud and fog wasn't lifting, but meeting this cheeky and super clever Kia was very uplifting. With its razor-sharp beak, it made easy work of the padding on my bag and kept following me for more. In return, it gave me some lovely poses. made another quick stopover. I've spotted this little waterfall here, and I thought I might take a few brief shots. It's quite a rapid flow of water cascading down, I'm sure, from a larger waterfall up above. It's got this beautiful light blue tinge to it, which is lovely. So I don't have my gumboots on. I won't be wading too far into the water. I'll just keep quite close to the rocks here and take a few shots looking up. And you might have seen the Kia just earlier. It's great to see them out and about, natural habitat. I've heard a lot about them, and it just had a go at my bag, but otherwise all fine. So let me get down there and take a few quick shots. So the rain is starting to come down a little bit more heavily now. You can see I've taken out my shower cap, protect my lens and my camera. At 3 seconds, I think my exposure was too long, and in my rush to beat the rain, I didn't get a chance to take any shorter exposures. But just down the road from Falls Creek, you'll find some fantastic, powerful falls heading towards Lake Marion. I much prefer the shorter exposures in these shots, taken the following day during my hike to the lake. Oh, this place is just unreal. It's so grand, and it makes me feel so little and insignificant. And just standing here and looking up at the peaks and hills and mountains around me, it's just so out of this world. I just can't describe it. Oh, it's so mystical. It's so surreal. And just today's atmosphere, you know, the spitting rain and the low-level clouds and fog that's just been sweeping through this entire area all morning. I feel like I'm in some scene out of a Jurassic Park movie, really. It's just, I can't describe the feeling. It is so awe-inspiring. That's probably the best way I can put it. Oh, it definitely just makes me appreciate just the history of this place. Millions of years old, and the fjords have been crafted by millions of years of glaciers, winds, snow, ice. To be able to be here and to capture it is just a privilege, a real privilege. It's just spectacular. So beautiful. Oh, all right. Better go find some compositions, as I'll be hopping on a cruise in about an hour's time, and heading out to get a closer look. So let me grab some images from the shoreline while I can. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick long exposure of this bay here, f10, 13 seconds, and I am on about 35 mil actually, so the widest I can go. Mindful that as my lens is exposed, I'm just giving it a quick wipe to make sure that I don't have any water spots in my image. So just capturing a little bit of the boats there that are moored on the right side, and all this lovely cloud and fog that is just sitting at the base of the mountains here. There are so many sandflies everywhere. Milford Sound is notorious for sandflies. So if you are here, just make sure that you do come prepared with a lot of bug spray to make sure that you don't get bitten. So that's looking all right, and the rain is getting heavier now. You can see I've got my shower cap on just to protect my lens and my camera. Even though it's weather sealed, you can't be too cautious. At 13 seconds, I found that the moored boats were quite blurred from the movement in the water, and my 8-second exposure shots produce much better results, although they were still not tack sharp.
And we know the change will surely come. Baby, one more trip around the sun. But we'll gather here where land meets sea, where we can be as one. And we know the change will surely come. Baby, one more trip around the sun, and we'll gather here where land meets sea, where we can be as one. It is all in our hands, and we know the change will surely come. This life of time, it can be. It's all in our hands. It is all in our hands.
I'm now aboard the Southern Discoveries cruise, and we're doing a round of Milford Sound. It's just such a phenomenal experience. It's a bit hard to describe. It's just so much fog and mist everywhere, which I think if you look at it with the naked eye, it's just mesmerizing, but it's incredibly hard to catch on camera. So whilst the view is just fantastic to see, it's making for some very challenging photos at this stage. And of course, with the cruise or the boat moving, I can't have any long exposures, so I'm going for really, really quick shutter speeds. I'm on about 12/50th of a second at the moment, but it's just such a beautiful experience. So hopefully I can walk away with some nice abstract shots and a couple of landscape shots. We'll see.
Can hear the sounds of all, and with every change we'll always be where hope's not lost but found. It is all in our hands. It is all in our It is all in our hands. It is all in our hands.
Now, I had my shutter speed at 1/2000th of a second, but either due to a glitch caused by the rain or my own error with my settings, I was stuck on 1/1000th of a second, which just wasn't fast enough to freeze the water in these thundering waterfalls. Well, the Maori name for Milford Sound is the Shadowland, and today it was definitely cast in a lot of shadows and fog and mist and rain. so it was incredibly difficult to see anything out there, let alone capture images with distinct subjects. But I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoyed seeing a snippet of Milford Sound. I had an absolute blast out here. And the irony is, just as this cruise is coming to an end, and this video as well, the rain has decided to stop. Oh well, such is Mother Nature. Well, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, take it easy, bye bye.